Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy and welcome back to the life and suffering of Sir Brante. If you remember, we last played, we just finished up, I think, the adolescent, or the kid stage. We're going into the adolescence, I believe. Yes. Oh no, we're just 5 years. Okay, so we're going to continue. Toy soldiers. You wake up to Father's touch on your shoulder. He finally is back home after a long trip. So let's just kind of take a look at my destiny here. Nathan's birth, an epiphany. Jeremy Brante, 5 years old, low born, growing up, no deaths. Die thrice in true death. Okay, so permadeath, I guess, is the fourth one. I'm active. I'm very inquisitive. Got some willpower. Doesn't give me an active willpower's action at 0, but it's not negative, so it's ready for action. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to going now. Here we go. Where are we at? There. All right, Jeremy. Today is your special day, the day when you begin your studies. Now, teachers will be coming to our home to teach you, and you must do everything they say. Be diligent in your studies, and you will grow closer to a nobleman's lot. And since you must remember this day, a present is in order. Lydia, get our little schoolboy dressed. I am taking him to the market district. Stephen wants to come with you too, but Father shushes him sternly. This is your day. Your elder brother is hurt to hear this, but stays quiet. An open carriage takes the two of you through the dusty, noisy city streets. A pleasant wind tussling your hair. Your city is called Enzoet. That you already know. It is one of the largest cities in the entire empire. There is a big shadow on the street. It comes from the white foliage of an enormous tree that spreads its branch all above the city. My son, did you know that the silver tree grew from the blood of our God's own disciples? It has been growing here for hundreds of years, right in our city. It cannot be damaged or burned. Not even the clergy know why. The carriage comes to a halt by a small shop next to the city square. You run there and freeze by the stalls in excitement. The shop is packed with dolls and figurines and toys. You've never seen so many at once before. Have you chosen your present yet? Father asked. You want a Holy Order set, which includes several figurines of the Empire's greatest warriors of all time. You rattle off everything you know about the Holy Order. They were the ones who aided the Emperor's own forces in seizing the province of Magra, and storming our city. That's how we joined the Empire. Father nods in approval. Very well, war isn't your lot for now, but maybe these toy soldiers will teach you a thing like a general. You will lead them into a battle and study military strategy. Go ahead, take your present. Having said this, Father turns away to examine the books. You run to the box of toy soldiers, delirious with excitement. You run to them, but there is a fancy-dressed boy in your way. He is about to take your warriors for himself. He elbows you aside and reaches for the box. Anger overcomes you, and you push him from behind. Your opponent falls to the floor. The rich boy screams so loudly, everybody in the shop hears it. He hit me, he hit me. A tall tower of a man looms over you. This is the boy's father. And then you feel your own father's hand on your shoulders. What happened? You press against your father, your mind more at ease now. He will protect you. Yes, you shoved the boy to the floor in front of everyone. He tried to take your present for himself. Father turns you around to face him when he hears these words. Is this true, German? Did you strike the sons of a nobleman? Tell him the truth. Yeah. Is it fair to blame you without letting you speak too? You didn't want to shove the stupid boy. He was the one who shoved you first. But the angry nobleman, the boy's father, will not let you finish. Nobody cares a whit for your so-called truth, little lowborn. The law is the law, and your punishment is due. Your father nods in agreement to these words. No matter how sad they may make you. They lead you to the nobleman's son out the shop. You are told to bow to him and show humility. A bad feeling sends a shiver down your spine. With a satisfied grin on his face, the boy swings his arm and slaps you on the cheek. He strikes you again and again. Enough. He got what he deserved. We're leaving. Get out of our way. Your head is swimming from the heavy blows. You return to your senses back into bed, with servants treating your face. Father stays by your side all day. The morning after, you find a little box on your bed with the 10 soldiers of the Holy Orders inside. You paid dearly for your stubbornness. Well, yeah, I was telling the truth. Today, Father ordered the dinner table to be brought out to the yard. For the first time in months, he's home, outside of the confines of his always locked study. He spent the entire day playing with Nathan and you, discussing various matters with Stephen, now an adolescent, and walking in the garden, and now at dinner under the open sky. Your entire family gathers together with Father at the head of the table, smiling. He asked each of you about your studies. Nathan climbs up on his knee and recites a counting rhyme in a funny, singing voice. Stephen mentions that his fencing teacher praised his accomplishments. He rises from the table together with his father to show his skill in a practiced duel. Next comes Gloria's turn. She stands on her chair and recites a lengthy prayer by heart. Mother showers your sister with praise. Father chuckles quietly, hiding a smile in his mustache. Your turn comes to recite all the ranks in the Legion, common soldier to high commander. Stephen listens to you with a skeptical look on your face. Night slowly falls, but the servants ensure that the yard is well illuminated. You don't feel cold in the dust tonight. It feels good, yet so important. All of you are finally together, sitting at the same table. No fighting, just smiles, no argument, just pleasant small talk. Then a servant approaches Father with a letter in his hand and reads it in the dim light, and each line gradually washes a smile off Father's face until only a stone-cold mask remains. Mother looks at Father with unspoken question in her eyes. Gregor Brante is coming back to Enizut. He is the head of our family, my father. Gregor. Your grandfather Gregor Brant returns to the family home from the capital. Intrusion. Ever since the news of grandfather's impending arrival, there has not been a single day where the house has not been clean and decorated. Your parents anxiously make sure everything is in order. They tell you to wash your face and hands after walks and scold you for leaving books on the floor. They tell Gloria she will be flogged if she is ever seen hiding in the attic. They make Stephen stay in his room. Even baby Nathan gets in trouble. Everyone's on edge. And one day, grandfather arrives. It is a grim day, so hot your neck is sticky with sweat. Father, Mother, Stephen, Gloria, you, and Nathan, the entire Brent family, stands on the porch in front of the house. The house servants line up behind you. The carriage arrives, and out steps a tall, gaunt old man with a heavy walking stick and heavier gaze. You cringe instinctively. Good health to you, Father, children. Greet your grandfather as you have been taught. Still trying to look like a real nobleman, are you? You can't fool me, Robert. I was the first of the Brant family to be ennobled by the mantle, and I'm the only one who remembers how to bear this burden properly. I live honorably by my lot. Your marriage to the low-born wench cut us off from ever becoming nobles of the sword. My progeny could have been born bearing noble blood. Father, I beg you, this is not the place. Grandfather eyes him with scorn and walks into the house, and the entire family follows close behind him. I have been away for far too long. The entire house is a mess. This is an insult. How can you live in such a pigsty, Robert? The servants have grown far too lazy, all thanks to your commoner of a wife. I warned you, did I not? And yet you did as you saw fit. And the children, what do they know of tradition or honor? They are being raised in a virtuous family, Father. And now you're speaking like a lowborn who's content to live in humility. Twins willing, now that I am here, this will not happen again. I'm taking your oldest son to the capital. I see you cannot provide Stephen with a proper education, so I will correct your mistake. Your brother's fate has been decided just like that. Father does not object. He orders the servants to prepare Stephen for the journey. Stephen freezes in place, glancing at grandfather and father again and again. The latter puts a hand on his shoulder reassuringly. Grandfather's lips are a tight line, white with contempt. The house is examined, room from room. Everything grandfather sees is showered with scorn. He scoffs at a crease on a blanket in Nathan's crib in Mother's bedroom. He mocks Gloria's knitting in her room. The door to your room is next. What is this, Robert? 10 soldiers in your youngest son's room? He was born a commoner. I won't have him daydreaming of battle. Grandfather seizes the box containing the 10 warriors. Oh, watch them melt helplessly. Strike, grandfather? Yeah, we're gonna strike grandfather. Fuck grandpa. Overwhelmed by helpless rage, you run to grandfather and kick him in the leg with all the strength you can muster. Yet he is immovable. The next thing you see is him leaning towards over a menacing, heavy walking stick in hand. Low-born scum, how dare you raise your hand at me? The blow hits home. The handle on the walking stick is as heavy as a rock. You are dazed, robbed of both hearing and sight. Down comes another blow. A sharp pain splits your head, then darkness. Your hand twitches against your wheel, then again and again, like it's trying to catch a flying butterfly. And then you fall into a primordial void. The void takes away a part of you. One of the lives you were given to live. It will never return. There is a pain and desperation, sense of loss. Nothing can be done now. You fall into the path and embraces you like a soft feather bed. You feel light and free. There are no restraints, just a warm glow envelopes you in its secure embrace. The wave carries you. Their touch is soft. They delicately enshroud what was once your body. It feels unlike anything you could have ever experienced before, or something absolute and complete. You touch something greater, the reason behind everything, the reason for your very existence. You were sculpted from the light. It was the first thing you ever felt, a boldness and sincere until the unity of diverse. Your beginning was a spark that cast this light in all directions, and now you are here again, one with the beginning of everything. Light gleaming from you resembles the light of shining pillar. You still set it in the north as always. The waves of light carry you to two figures. The elder is nearest. He is ready to accept you. He is quiet, wise, kind, and pure. The youngster waits further back. You do not know what he is yet. The waves pause at the elder's feet. He leans over you and plants a feather-like kiss on your forehead. The kiss spreads all over you. You are filled with unparalleled delight and bliss. You exist. You are unique. There is no one else like you. They know this, and they love you. You will never be alone. Part of them, part of your family, part of this universe. The twin gods will never leave you. They watch over you constantly. The elder softly touches you, and as you lie spread out amongst the waves, sending you further down the torrent of light. You flow on to the top of the silver tree's spreading crown. The closer you get to the silver tree, the heavier you become. The waves draw you down along its trunk, but you do not wish to part with the warmth, the softness of the love. Turn around. The elder is still watching you. He nods. All is as it should be. Go. Your time has not yet come. You must return to the world now. As you tumble down towards your body, you comprehend the true meaning of your lesser death, the divine love that has been revealed to you. Love exists not only in the hereafter, it is present in the entire design of twins that is in the origin of all life in the world. What is the manifestation of love in your mortal life? Empire. By creating the Empire, the twin gods care for all living creatures. The Empire is the only thing that gives us a place in the world. Light. The god gives you a clear mission in the world, thus gifting you your very being. It is the manifestation of their love for you and for all living things. Love always lives in the kindred blood cause. The love the gods have for you is so great they allow you to change the world they have created, to influence in which deeds, whether your mission is improvement total. Okay. What could be stronger than manifestation of love remains so. If you do not find the answer you seek, I will say a lot. A sudden comprehension of love with which the entire world is imbued illuminates your mind, but then it fades and vanishes. You regain the sensation of your flesh. It is heavy and unwieldy and lacks the lightness that light. It is a burden that is smothering you. You gasp for air. Your chest expands painfully. You feel as though your lungs are about to burst. The stagnant odor of the crypt fills them, revolting but so real. You are back. So did I just get... Then you smell a sickly, moist smell. You feel dampness all around you. You come back to your senses in the gloom of a family crypt lying flat on the stone slab. Your parents are on their way to the crypt right now. You hear their muffled voices. They are arguing. And, against all rules, Mother will not agree with Father. Why would Sir George do this? He just took one of our child's lives. Lydia, my father is our family's head, and the boy raised a hand to him. There was nothing we could do, and Father did admit that he was too hard on him. Please do not anger Sir Gregor. You need to accept this. It will never happen to any of our children ever again. Their voices grow quiet as they lean over you, and lean on the elbows and try to get you up from the stone. Mother generally wraps her cloak over your naked body as you shiver from the cold. My son, your first death came far too soon. I know it may be difficult to realize what happened, but know this. Twin gods are ever merciful. You are a child, and your time to leave for the hereafter has not yet come. You will be returned here by the gods twice more. Do not tempt fate again, and never, ever defy those who can easily take your life. Remember, you have angered your grandfather greatly. Do not stand in Sir Gregor's way ever again. He will never hurt you again. For now, you just stay away from him. Father stays a step away from you, not saying a word. When Mother finishes talking, he picks you up and carries you outside. Together, your parents take you from the family crypt. On your way out to the crypt, you take a moment to touch your head. It's perfectly fine. There is no sign of a blow. Back home, Grandfather is still walking through the house examining the rooms. You can see that Stephen and Gloria are disturbed by what just happened. Nathan starts crying when he sees you. The playroom still reeks of burnt paint. There is something new about you now. A pitch-black stripe on your left arm. It looks like a strange bit of dirt at first. It will not wash off. It will be like that forever, Mother explains. That is all she says about it. Okay, determination, resolute, inquisitive. Okay. Events has happened. Condition, suffer your first death. As a small child, you suffer your first death and rebirth. Okay. I want him to know that I'm not dealing with it. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Conditions met. Determination 4. Father's sword. When Father is not working long hours, you often see him spending long stretches of time in the backyard practicing his fencing. You are allowed. This is destiny. Earth, brother, son. Me, grandfather's return, beyond. You are allowed to watch, but that's it. You're forbidden from touching this sword, let alone actually learning how to fight with it. It is a new day today, and Father has been busy in his study since early morning. Mother took Gloria and Nathan to the shops. Your studies are done for the day. The house is empty. Spot Father's sword hanging in the yard door. You must have left it there by accident after training session. You deliberate. deliberate at first, then grab the sword with resolve and run outside. At least you have a chance to see it up close. It is a small sword used for dueling, heavy and devoid of any ornamentation. Recall that it was made specifically for you. The weapon is difficult to handle. Its heft makes the palm of your hand shake. As you get used to it, you try your best to imitate Father's feints. Your technique leaves much to be desired, but at least it's something. You imagine yourself fighting for the family's honor as this thin blade slices through the air. When you swing too far back, the blade nicks your shoulder and cuts through your shirt, staining the fabric crimson. The sword falls to the ground with a dull clang. You try to apply pressure on the wound to make it stop bleeding. All you do is make the blood flow faster. Jeremy, what are you doing here? The familiar voice hurts you more than the cut of the sword. Father walks up to you briskly. His rugged arms ripped off a length of cloth and bandaged from your shoulder. He squats by your side and pulls you into an awkward embrace. My son, why did you have to take the sword? You know you're not supposed to hold it. This is no toy. It is a weapon that can take lives. I know how you feel. I used to yearn for my father's dueling sword back when I was a lad. One day you might have a chance to earn the right to carry a weapon, but first you must have patience and study and become a noble. When that day comes, I'll be proud to teach you myself. You rarely spend time with Father without someone else around. There is paternal love in his voice, so much that even the cut on your shoulder barely hurts now. You would be glad to be convinced by what he says. How can you forget your dream? How can you abandon it just your father's approval? Is it right for him to ask so much of you? Your father, willpower +5, Robert Brante +1, fencing lesson. I feel like I gotta get that willpower up. Your father. You take a deep breath and slowly and solemnly swear that you will never touch a sword again until you earn an nobleman's title. This promise is a difficult one for you to make. No more secret fights with an imaginary blade, no more battles with sticks. If you give your word, you must keep it. Father smiles at you warmly. It is one thing to make a promise, and another thing to keep it. But I know you can do it, my son. You are on your way to becoming a man of your word. Let's get back inside. He picks up the sword and leads you back into the house. You wash the blood from the cut and agree to keep this a secret for everybody. Father asked you to come into his study with him. He tells you the stories of his studies in the capital. He tells you about studying for judgeship and the trials he had to face to be ennobled by the mantle. Father brings several toy soldiers from the house, used them to reenact the famous Battle of the Green River. The floor of the study becomes a battlefield. The books from the table turn into riverside fields. You try your best to remember every word. Yeah, I feel like I need to get my willpower up a little bit. That's why I did that. Soon, grandmother, your older brother Stephen goes with him. From that day on, Father hired teachers to tend to you alone. They bore you with monotonous lectures on writing, counting, and the way of life in the blessed Arcanian Empire. You often distract yourself from their instruction by playing with your younger brother, Nathan. Your home grows quiet without your older brother, too quiet. Weeks later, your family receives a letter from Stephen. Grandfather has sent him to a boarding school for nobles. He is now studying hard in preparation for his service as a nobleman. The rules here are way too strict. You can't even sneeze without the teacher's permission. I've been studying with my peers who are learning how to live as nobles in a noble society. We're also learning the art of swordsplay. That's my favorite part. Stephen, now in the boarding school, grandfather arrives once more, this time to live in your home. The only good thing that he offered has urgent business in Eternia, the capital of the Empire, and has to travel there. One day you ask your mother where he lived before in Eternia. She says, but now his place is here. Each time grandfather returns, he gives the servants new orders. Your home is now always busy with repairs. The servants are redecorating grandfather's chambers, including his library and sitting room. Sometimes father tries to gently talk him out of this, while subject the house to constant reconstruction. Grandfather's answer is always the same. This home is mine, and I will live here as befits a man of nobility. Can I smother him with a pillow? An illustrious guest. Some days grandfather stays home, and in those days you try your best to stay out of his sight. But there is no way you can avoid family breakfast. The food is there, but you cannot bring yourself to eat it. Mother's eyes are red and swollen. She's been crying all night again. Grandfather sits at the head of the table, where nobody used to sit before. Robert, it is high time your youngest sons underwent their sacraments. Sir Brante, please let them live free of the lots for a while longer. They are but... Shut your mouth, Robert. That wife of yours is impertinent enough to interrupt me. If this ever happens again, she'll be eating her gruel with the servants in the kitchen where she belongs. It's time you considered a real marriage, Robert, one to a woman of the proper station. Gloria drops her fork. Grandfather shoots her a scathing look. A tear rolls down Mother's cheek. Father does not look away from the plate, his hands clenched into a fist. Baroness Lodore is one such woman. She is a comely widow and a fine match. She is suing for her inheritance right now and could use proper support and a husband. You can keep your low-born Lydia around if you'd like. Servants, mistress, I don't care. I will not do that, Father. I am the head of this family, and the family's standing took a severe blow after you married the commoner. It is unthinkable. How could you give up on the memory of the beautiful Amelita Elborn, this lowly woman, and that bastard child of hers? But now you have a chance to set things right. Don't disappoint me. Father nods curtly, trying not to look in Mother's direction. Father, I wish to see Stephen. If I find your conduct in the Baroness's presence satisfactory enough, then you may see him. She is coming for a visit tomorrow. Be prepared. Grandfather wipes his mouth with his napkin, throws it onto his plate, and leaves Mother's lips moving silently. Nobody says a word. Father stands up and orders you to the other children back into your rooms. He needs to speak with Mother in private. Father comes through before bedtime. He sits on the edge of the bed and adjusts a crease in the wool blanket. He distanced himself from you after Stephen's departure, so you are not used to such attention from him. And the kind like you see his face in the dark, there is a sour expression on it. My son, Baroness Emma Lodore, will be visiting us tomorrow. Please be polite and treat her with respect. Nathan will do as you do. I want this dinner to be as immaculate as possible. Don't let me down. The next day, Mother starts dressing you and Nathan for the coming dinner. You see red all around her eyes. She has been crying for a long time. It hurts just to look at her. Nathan starts whining quietly. You and Nathan are dressed in new doublets, their tousled hair brushed into shape. Gloria is told to stay in her room. Father appears wearing his best suit. Mother is in a humble brown dress, looking pale. Grandfather has an uncharacteristically content look about him. You hear the sound of wheels and hooves against the cobbles in the yard. There is a pair of dainty heels come clacking. The antechamber is completely quiet and still. Fearing Grandfather's observant eye, the door opens. You see your guest, a beautiful dark-haired woman in a dress of elegant deep blue. Father takes the hand of Lady Elodore and kisses it, showering her in compliments. Grandfather's face is beaming in her presence. No one ever bothers to introduce Mother. Baroness, allow me to introduce you to Robert's son Jeremy and Nathan Brante. Frankly, it is his eldest Stephen who deserves the most attention, but currently he is studying in Eternia with other young noblemen like himself. It is my hope that his younger sons will also make me proud one day. Grandfather's eyes you with the probing look. How will you act in front of the Baroness? Approach Baroness and kiss her hand, following Father's example. Okay. Walk away with Mother. Perception. Maintain your composure with restraint and avoid getting too involved in the event. Uh... Hmm. Perception would go down. I can do this. I can maintain my composure, and it seems like the least. I'll just maintain my composure. You mutter a proper greeting and bow your head. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Mother walking upstairs to her room. You, on the other hand, follow Father and Grandfather B and leave the room. Grandfather and Baroness at the door engage in a small talk over dinner. They discuss her inheritance, litigation, and he advises her like the judge he is. Father is mostly silent, only getting in a word or two. Still ready for action. 0. The morning after, Father leaves for Eternia with Grandfather to visit Stephen. He returns from the capital in a quiet rage. You overhear your parents talking. Apparently, Grandfather had already poisoned Stephen's mind against him, and he greeted Father with cold hostility. The name of him was never mentioned in the house again. Okay. Kaleidoscope. Father now checks on your studies often, and it picks you for sitting or eating or speaking in an incorrect fashion. Once he becomes so annoyed, he says that he wishes Stephen had been the one to stay home instead of you. You never expected to hear these words from your father of all people. Grandfather's trip to the capital took longer than expected. It feels lighter around the house without his presence. You allow yourself a little change of scenery. Instead of your room, you now busy yourself with the reading and calculations in the sitting room across the open door in the yard. Gloria has joined you today. She has already helped you progress through several complex passages of the book. Right now, she seems preoccupied with a strange tune. Are you hurt by what my grandfather treats you, you ask? Gloria shrugs. Everyone always says they should get rid of me. I'm used to it now. He hurts you a lot and worse because you're closer to him. I just have to stay out of his way, and that's it. She shows you the strange tube she's been holding all day. Look, it's a kaleidoscope. I got it as a gift. Want to see inside? Excited by the idea, you close the book and peer into the tiny hole on one end of the tube. Your eye sees a multitude of intricate patterns. Each turn of the tube reveals a neural web of interwoven colors. They mesmerize you. The kaleidoscope turns the fire burning into the fireplace to a cavalry made of flames. You're riding in the front of the fiery horseman, ready to face the enemy. Grandfather's face emerges from the intersecting lines. You swing the kaleidoscope like a sword, cutting it in half. Now you look at the blue sky through the window. The patterns are unending, secretive, and calm and peaceful, just like Father smiles before Grandfather's invasion. The deep blue gives way to his scattering of gold, radiant, gentle warmth like Mother's arms. This fleeting beauty too soon gives way to a hypnotic new pattern. Again and again you see your family in these interconnecting figures as they come together and break apart. And in the middle of this golden glow, you see Gloria's green eyes gazing at you, observant. Sister left you long ago. The books are abandoned and time slips away unchecked. But you're still busy peering into the kaleidoscope. Order emerges from the chaos before your eyes again and again, but you cannot preserve it, no matter how hard you try. You're caught in inner conflict. There is so much to do with a kaleidoscope. Should you take it apart, or ask Gloria how it works, or keep enjoying the pattern she shows you? Take the kaleidoscope apart. This would be +1. My willpower would be down. You start taking the toy apart to learn secrets of never-ending patterns. Willpower 10. Keep looking through the kaleidoscope as visions of warriors bathed in the glory reveal themselves to you. Turn to determination, willpower. Yeah, I gotta get that willpower up. Keep looking at it. You continue to peer into ever-changing patterns the kaleidoscope offers you. They become truly interesting when you point into the shining pillar gleaming in the sky. In your mind's eye, one battle follows another, filling your ears with the clanging steel of the neighbors' horses. You're leading the Imperial Army now. Everybody is so proud of you. Grandfather says you are better than Stephen, and Father's stern voice cuts your daydream short. You lost all track of time. It's evening. Now, How did you get your hands on this toy, Jeremy? Why aren't you studying? Give it to me. We'll have double the lessons tomorrow. Okay. Sweet temptation. Grandfather's visits are no longer a cause for fear and panic in the house. He has become something you are used to, something nagging, yet not ordinary, like a splinter or a stain on your trousers. The tension still remains, however. Sir Gregor's disdain for everyone in the house is palpable. It almost stings for real. Your lessons with the tutor are done for today, and you're walking down the stairs when you spot Gloria peeping into the sitting room through the slightly open door. You sneak up on your sister and tap her lightly on the shoulder. She startles. Oh, it's you, Jeremy. Look, Sir Gregor's eating something. Grandfather sat on the sofa, flipping through a book with one hand and reaching for a glass bowl with the other, with another now and then. Inside the bowl, you can see candied fruit, a sweet confectionery forbidden to the common estate, like all sweet things. Your grandfather's face shows no pleasure as he keeps consuming the high-born treats. The clock strikes 3. Grandfather rises from his seat, puts away the bowl on the shelf, and leaves for the yard. He always takes a walk to the city at this time. Gloria nudges you with her elbow and looks at the candy bowl when you look at her. The first emotion you feel is fear, but next comes curiosity, and it is strong. Stephen used to boast that candied fruit tasted incredible, but now you have a perfect opportunity to try it. You try a candy fruit first. The sugar starts to melt as soon as you put it on your tongue. It's so sweet. Never eaten anything as good as this. You take the whole bowl off the shelf and give it to your sister. She takes the fruit and brings it to her mouth, carefully like a rare treasure. There's a thumping on the stairs. Footsteps, accompanied by the knocking of a walking stick. You have no idea why, but Grandfather is back. You hide quickly behind the sofa and pull Gloria after you. She is frozen in place with the bowl in the hand. The door opens. Grandfather menacingly figure advances to Gloria. His hand seizes her arm. You squalid, ungrateful, low-born child. How dare you bite the hand that feeds you? You and your trollop of a mother would be sleeping in a ditch if it weren't for my spineless son. The sweet and pleasant thing in his life or for the noble estate. Now, not for like you. Did you forget your lot? His hand swings and hits Gloria on the cheek. She falls to the floor right next to where you are hidden. Her fingers glisten with the warm, melted sugar that brought you here. Grandfather advances again, his walking stick ready, but then he sees you huddling behind the armchair. Please don't hurt him, Sir Brante. This is all my fault. He tried to stop me. You can already see the bruises on Gloria's cheek. This is only the beginning of her punishment. Gloria was caught red-handed, unlike you. You can still avoid your punishment. What is it then, milksop? Did you try the sugar too, or were you trying to stop this piece of filth like she says? Tell the truth. You stand up and tell the truth, even though it takes you an effort to do it. You actually ate a candied fruit, but Gloria only touched it. You hope this will help your sister avoid punishment. You are quickly proven wrong. Father's face is red with rage. He strikes you both with his walking stick, blow for blow. He keeps hitting you until he grows tired, and then he leaves you where you are. Soon enough, Mother comes in and finds the two of you on the floor. Too afraid to move, she shakes her head in disappointment. You are badly hurt and covered in bruises, yet she still forces you to kneel and recite the precepts of the lots and how important it is to follow them. Then you stand before father and grandfather and swear never to take things to do with belonging to him. Okay? Sacrament. Father and Mother have been focused on Nathan and you since early morning. Instead of breakfast, you were told to say your prayers, wash your hands and faces, and get dressed in plain white shirts. Today is the day of your sacrament. Mother, I want to go play in the yard. No playing today. You and Jeremy are big boys now. It's time for you both to have your first sacrament. No one can live without a lot. I don't want a lot. Be quiet and listen. You're born commoners, so you must accept the low-born lot before the twins. You grow up, you will get a chance to earn a noble lot. Father and Mother take you to the carriage. Nathan is hungry. He starts whining. Grandfather is the last to get into the carriage. His eyes are on you and your brother, looking for every fault. Soon the carriage is moving along the streets of Anduzuet, slowly and solemnly. One more turn, and you see the colossal white building marked by two massive pillars. For the first time in your life, you are to enter the church of the twin gods. You enter the gate and walk under the splendorous dome of the church. The church hall is divided into two halves. They are drastically different from one another. The floor on the one side is rough, jagged, and covered in dry brown spots, while the floor on the other is made of smooth marble. Commoners kneel on the jagged floor, and the well-dressed nobles and their families sit in pews. Father and Grandfather leave you to sit on one of the nobles' pews. Mother walks to the rough stone on the commoner's side and gets down on her knees. See her wince in pain, for the low-born estate shall suffer in the house of the faith. The church acolytes surround you and lead you to the altar. You and other children will take the sacrament today. Before you stands a tall priest dressed in black, with a sword in one hand and a hefty wisp in the other. Nathan's whining grows louder. He dislikes this place. He is scared. You remain quiet. Your stomach rolls in an easy anticipation. First child to take the sacrament is to jauntly little boy from a family of nobles. The priest extends the sword before him and recites the words of his lot. From this day forth he will fight and rule and pursue the arts. His mind is now forever free from the throes of suffering. He now belongs to the noble lot. The boy proudly touches the flat of the blade with his lips. Nathan is next to recite the sacrament. He suddenly snaps out of his fearful trance and tries to break free. The acolyte pulls him towards the altar and throws him the jagged floor of the low-born side. The sharp edges bite into Nathan's knees as he lands, and spraying drops of red around him. I don't want to, Jeremy. Why do they want to whip me? What did I do? You try to break free and run to Nathan's side. You want to give him courage and protect him. The acolyte grips onto you as too firm. You feel utterly helpless. The little brother has to face the world all by himself. The priest starts reciting the words of the lot as he swings and lashes over Nathan's shoulders. From this day forth, Nathan, you shall endure and work and suffer. Thou shalt be ardent in the labor and humble in obedience to thy rulers. And now cometh the first true suffering, which thou must accept with gratitude. The lash cracks. It strikes his right shoulder. It strikes his left shoulder. Blows are so powerful that Nathan falls to the floor. The priest tells him to rise, as he has received his lot. Nathan gets on his feet and drags himself towards Mother, his knees torn and bloody, his spirit broken. It is your turn. Your feet will not move. You can barely muster enough strength to walk to the altar. You get down on your knees and feel the sharp stones below. So sharp your clothing cannot protect you. Your skin begins to burn. The acolyte forces your head down, and you feel the lashing being drawn above you, ready for a strike. The priest's words are now, this is your sacrament. Thou shalt work and endure and suffer. Thou art above the receive thy first true suffering by sacred lash. Kiss the sword, nobleman's sacrament. Determination +1. Gregor Brante. Catch the lash. Determination, perception. Okay. Willpower. You raise your hand defiantly and stand up. Raise your hand defiantly and think. It's a +1 thing. The priest readies his lash, but before he can strike, you raise your hand and stand up. There are cries of indignation among the churchgoers. The whip cracks and strikes you on the right shoulder, but you keep your head up. It strikes you again, this time on the left shoulder, but you remain standing. No one intervenes. Even the priest is confused by the turn of events. He grits his teeth as he orders you to depart. You are to remain humble and obedient from this day forth, for now you belong to the common estate. You walk away from Elder Swain. You see things with surprising clarity now. You can barely feel the pain, even as the blood runs down your back. A timid hand touches you. It's Nathan in his tearful face, mixed with confusion and awe. Mother takes your hand and leads you out of the church. Once you are outside, she scolds you for being insubordinate. Grandfather is the last to leave the church. His face is covered in red, angry blotches. There's quite fury in his voice as he says something to Father, who remains quiet and miserable as you walk to the carriage. Full of power, you defied a powerful will that day. There is fear inside you, your fear that will might one day destroy you. Alright. You've taken your first sacrament and received the commoner's lot. Stood up and just took it. Leave the childhood years behind you. Oh, childhood's ends. The mark left on you by the sacraments takes a long, long time to heal. Mother says it is as a remember of your lot, suffering and sufferance, pain and patience. Gloria shows you the mark of lash on her shoulder one day. It will never disappear. You're a commoner now. This is the lot you were born into. The Father keeps telling you to study hard, and you may yet earn a different lot and become a noble of the mantle. You recall the past with warm sadness when Stephen still lived with you, and when he wrote to you for a time shortly after he left. Now he thinks it's beneath him to write to commoners in his family. Mother didn't lock herself in the bedroom as often back then. This changed shortly before Nathan was born. Most importantly, you missed the time before the terrifying figure of your grandfather was constantly looming over you. You learned the true power of the lot only after the head of your family's arrival. In your grandfather's eyes, no commoner deserved to be treated with kindness. Is this just him, or is it the way of the entire world? The very thought makes you queasy. You're older now, and what's more, you are an elder brother now. You've learned how to care about someone else, how to teach and protect. Soon you are a small boy no longer. As days pass, play gradually gives way to laborious study. Now your choices will decide your place in the bizarre, ruthless world of adulthood. Your childhood years are over. End of chapter 1. Okay. Sacrament. You have taken the first sacrament, which I took the sacrament, but I stood up and took it, which I did not like. But I was like, I'll take your sacrament, but it means nothing to me, is what I was kind of saying. As soon as you are a small boy no longer, as the days pass, but there you go. Alright, so we are going to save there. Super fun. I really love the story playing out. We had our first death, which apparently they can bring you back. I wasn't defying. I was trying, like, I'm not trying to defy you. I'm going to take this whooping because I'm going to take because I'm 8. You know, but I'm going to stand up unless you want me. I'm not going to get down on my knees. You can stand there and whip me. But we'll end it there. So thank you guys very much for watching. Tomorrow we'll probably be dying in the dungeon again. But until then, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.